Welcome back to History, and today, let's have a look at the top 10 strange weapons of the Middle Ages. Number 1. Flying crow with magic. The Huolongjing, written in the 14th century China, contains numerous examples of weapons that could be made with gunpowder, rockets, rocket launchers, land and naval mines, fire lances, and types of guns. Among the more interesting devices illustrated was the flying crow with magic fire, an aerodynamic winged rocket bomb. Number 2. Quicklime. Also known as calcium oxide, quicklime is made from heating limestone in a kiln. When ground into a powder, it could be very effective, especially in naval warfare. The 13th century writer Giles of Rome explains, "There used to be a large number of pots filled with ground quicklime, which are to be thrown from aloft into the enemies and enters the enemy's eyes and irritates them so greatly that nearly blinded, they cannot see." Number 3. Man-catcher. One of the few weapons from the Middle Ages that was meant to be non-lethal, the man-catcher was designed to snare men off horseback. Using a pole, the weapon could be maneuvered to be placed around an enemy's body and entrap him. Number 4. Plumbata. This small iron dart was used among the late Roman and Byzantine armies. In the 4th century work De Re Militari, Vegetius describes how every soldier carries 5 of these javelins in the hollow of his shield, and thus the legionary soldiers seem to supply the place of archers, for they wound both the men and horses of the enemy before they come within reach of the common missile weapons. Number 5. Repeating crossbow. This weapon was supposedly invented, or at least greatly improved upon, by Zhuge Liang, 181 to 234 AD, the famous military advisor of the Three Kingdoms period. It was a very popular weapon in China until the 19th century and could fire as many as 10 bolts in 15 seconds. Number 6. Naphtha and Greek fire armies were making use of incendiary weapons since antiquity, and the term naphtha applied to weapons made from some type of oil that could continuously burn. The liquid would be put into a container and used as a bomb. In the 7th century, the Byzantine architect Callinicos was said to have invented Greek fire using naphtha and other ingredients. It was used to defend Constantinople against an Arab fleet, destroying their ships by setting them ablaze. Number 7. The war cart of Conrad Kieser. Conrad Kieser, 1366 to 1405, was a German military engineer. His book, Belli Fortis, contains numerous descriptions and illustrations of medieval weapons, including this one. This war cart shreds the ankles of an armed host and mangles unarmored folk by its movements. Number 8. The Wagon Fort. Also known as Wagenburg, these mobile fortifications were extensively used during the Hussite wars of the 15th century. They could withstand attacks from charging knights and then send out men hidden inside to counterattack. Number 9. Spring bow. More of a trap than a weapon, it was a type of crossbow that could be triggered by the victim. According to Gaimar's L'Histoire des Anglais, when the 11th century English King Edmund Ironside went to use a privy, inside was a drawn bow with the string attached to the seat, so that when the king sat on it, the arrow was released and entered his fundament. Edmund was killed. In another, even less believable tale, Kenneth II, a 10th century Scottish king, was killed when he was tricked into touching a statute, whose movement was rigged to several crossbows that shot him dead. Finally, number 10. The inventions of Leonardo Da Vinci. While working for the Duke of Milan at the end of the 15th century, Leonardo da Vinci designed a number of instruments of war, including a chariot with scythes on all sides, and his own version of a tank, which he said, is good for breaking the enemy ranks. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe.